Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hummel, the Tier 6 German SPG. This one's located on the east spawn of Airfield, and it's under the command of Vexx1977. And the last time we saw him, he had a very good game in this Arty. Game on! Well, it's a combination of a Panzer Mark IV and a Panzer Mark III for the hull. The howitzer is a 15cm heavy howitzer. They do a light variety, that's the 105 version. And in fact, actually, there was a Hummel which actually did have the 105 light field howitzer in it, but it's never been in the game. The 15cm howitzer is actually capable of 480 alpha, and it'll penetrate through 38mm of pin of armour and 6.7 meters on the burst radius, between 6.5 and 10.5 seconds of stun. He's gone to one of the firing positions that allows him to shoot down the heavy alley. It's a good position, it works, and he's got spots on an enemy target straight away on the ARL-44. Now, aim ahead, that's it, rounds out, let them walk into the shell, and that was a direct hit on the KV-2 for 31 hit points. He's reloading. Standard reload, 25.31 seconds. He's got 20.82. And there's the enemy Arty. We know where he is now. Okay, we're loaded. Budgie pokes around the corner. And he gets a splash for 62 hit points. Now, the enemy Arty in this game is an M44 and an SU-8. So one of them is just located behind that rock. Our other Arty is an SU-8. He fires another shell in, but no, doesn't appear to get anything from that shot. Now, just over on the other channel, there's nothing. There is a TOG too, a little further back. We can see him, but he might be out of range. No, he is within range, so we can interrupt and hit this guy instead. Rounds out. Well, that hit the ground, but it might have splashed the TOG in the meanwhile. And the ARL-44 is getting more adventurous because the Arty stopped firing at this position. He won't be so happy when he actually gets hit, but that's his fault. Okay, rounds out. And he was tracked just before he fired, so 145 damage assist will then go to the tank on our team who actually did track that guy, and I think it's a Porlac tank, so he'll be happy. Just the other side, we've got a VK, and the VK just killed our KB-1S. Okay, a Type 64 is on the Temple Mount, but he's had to leave there now because too many of our guys in near proximity. And he did get wiped out, I think, as well. Or did he? No, he didn't. He's still there. But the TOG has come forward, and we splashed the budgie at the same time. I don't think we did actually damage that TOG. I think that may have been somebody else, but we definitely hit the budgie. And the budgie's a one-shot now. We can kill him. Only a second or so. Rounds out. This should kill. It does. The TOG's pulled back, but he is tracked, or at least he appears to be. He's right for hitting. In fact, there's two of them in the game. Rounds out. Here we go. Yes, direct hit on the engine deck. 131. See if we can get another shot. They've disappeared from sight. That TOG is still in sight, so we can still hit him again. The other TOG is still there. Rounds out. And he gets hit for 170. You notice how the Arty is focusing on the heavy tanks either side of this alley. Our teammate in the SU-8 just fired a round in as well. And now we've got two TOGs at the same time. So we'll probably splash both of them if we fire the shell in. Rounds up. Well, one of the TOG died, And the other one is now badly damaged. Will go down with the next shot, and he does. So, good game so far. We're one up on the enemy. Okay, enemy M6 has been spotted. And he's engaging our guys, but he's lacking focus because, of course, he's not looking at where he is. And he just got hit on the engine deck with that shot. The Hellcat over here, again, he's taking up a position to try and take a snapshot of one of our guys, not realizing that he's actually in the Arty sights for Vexx. And Vexx is going to put a round into him. Rounds out. Well, it splashed him for 162 and makes him a one-shot for whoever actually gets him next. That pesky VK has turned up, the 2801105, and the enemy Arty is now in sight because our teammates have made it all the way to the back of the map, or near there. Okay, there's the Hellcat. Okay, we can get a shot in, but we're dialing in on target. We could probably splash him. No, we've got some stun though. Our Type 64 can take advantage of that now. In fact, the Paulak tank's decided to do it instead. And he gets the kill. Unfortunately, we don't get any assist off that one. Okay, there. Wow. This is all moving very quickly. The VK is stopped suddenly. And he does take some damage from that shot, but we actually damaged the Burzer at the same time, or at least we stunned the Burzer, so we didn't actually damage him. But that might count against us if we were to get the high caliber. The enemy Burzer's trying to run away. He was stunned. And we're almost out of range. With the stock gun, it's actually a short-range Arty to a certain extent, so you have to get close if you want to get hits. And the enemy has been pushed so far back into their own area that we have to move forward. The thing is, though, there are now equal numbers of tanks left on either team, and, well, I say that, and then immediately one of the enemy tanks expires. In fact, it was their M44, and that means now there's only 4 left on the enemy team, and now there's only 3 left on the enemy team. And there's that Burzer again. Okay, dial in, rounds out, and lands next to him for 54. They've just lost the other Arty, and the Type 64 is taking on the Basotto. That might not work out so well for the Type because obviously the Basotto's got a very big gun and he's full health. So he needs to run away quickly, our guy, before he gets finished off. Well, we can try and help him. He needs to aim ahead of the Basotto. You need to give enough lead so that it reaches the point where you're aiming the shell at. He stopped. Rounds out. That was a very bad move by the Basotto. And he gets wiped out with that shell. And that wins the game for Vexx. Well, that was very nice for Vexx to get the last shell on the last enemy and wipe him out with a direct hit to his roof, because that was a first ace tanker for Vexx1977 in the Hummel. You can tell it's his first ace because he got the scrolls underneath. You only get that the first time, so congratulations on breaking your duck. You are now an ace tanker in the Hummel. He also got his first mark of excellence out of that game as well. And on top of that, he got a Bruce medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 13. At least I think that's the 13. Yes, it is. My eyesight's very poor. And he got a Confederates as well, hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate was 3,066, which is super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game, so he didn't have to worry about accidentally hitting his Burzer with that shot on the BK 2801105. He actually got 1,597 hit points of damage, but it wasn't the highest. The highest turned out to be the Burzer on his team with 1,882. In second place, it was the Paulak tank who got 1,625. And yes, Vexx got the third highest damage, 1,597. When it came to kills, it was actually shared between the Type 64 on our team and the BK 2801105 on the enemy team. Both got 3 kills. 2 kills went to the Burzer, the Paulak tank, and to Vexx. as well as the Baguette Panther and the Panzer IV Ausstellung Schmolten. And on the enemy team, the Burza and the Hellcat also got 2 kills apiece. But when it came to base XP, the first place player is the Porlac tank with 1073, followed by Vexx with 1060. And they were the only 2 players who managed to make it over 1000 base, with the Type 64 getting 988. So he fired 17 rounds, got 5 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, which I think was the last shot of the game, actually. The one on the Basotto, we just checked that. Yes, it was. It landed square on the roof, went right through it. So good shot. I think the computer, the client server, or the server, excuse me, probably decided the game needed to end at that point, and they made certain that that shell went right through. No, I'm only joking. It was a good shot. The guy stood still for a moment, and Vexx was on him like a flash and said, right, I'll have that. And he got him smack on. That was a really clean, clinical kill. Perfect shot. He also got 19 splashes on the enemy from 17 shots. That's very good shooting as well. 1,597 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 2, and he got 1,930 hit points of stun assist off 17 stuns, and that's where he got the ace tanker. On a premium count, he made a profit of 85,523 credits for the game, and 3,975 experience points out of it as well. So congratulations, not only got his first ace tanker, but his first mark as well on the same game. Wow, that takes some doing. Hope you enjoyed that game, a really good one. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.